Hey, Doug Upstone here for Doc Sports, and I have another Friday free pick for you. We're going to get to that in just a second. Hey, one of the things that comes up, I get emails and texts and stuff like that. It's people, new to horse racing and stuff. Like say, how do you make your picks? What's your strategy? What's your methods? Okay, stuff like that. So I thought what I do right now is share that with you. Okay, give us some insight as to things that I look for, how I go about what I do. I'm not saying my methods are the finest that there is in the industry. Okay, it's just what I like to do, how I prefer to do it. Okay, simple as that. Now, first thing I do is I actually use the daily racing form. Signed up for something that they have at their website that I went through, found out a variety of information. Of course, the daily racing form is available every single day, one of the things that I use. But I also look for other things that they have. And so one things that I have found out, I look for top jockeys and the top trainers at any given track. Okay, the reason that I look for that, you might have a horse with a ton of talent. Okay, I mean, it has the speed, has the ability, has flexibility to run off the pace, can do a lot of different things. But if you don't have a jockey and a trainer that can skillfully put the horse in the best position to win, you could waste that horse's talent. So jockeys and trainers I consider very important. That's the very first thing that I always set up each and every day that I have horse racing plays. Now, besides that, I mentioned yesterday, I believe it was yesterday, yeah, it was yesterday, about getting a variety of information. And this is also what I do. I also like to look at speed ratings of horses. They're specifically the buyer speed ratings. I look for when horses either go up or down in class, because that's important, because a horse, for example, that has talent, as typically has done well, but it hasn't done well recently, and it drops in class, okay, has an opportunity then potentially to win or certainly run a very good race. I look for changes in trainers, in jockeys, okay, for any number of different reasons. The other things I look for too are when a horse goes from turf to dirt or vice versa, dirt to grass. And the reason is sometimes there's what trainers are trying to do is find out what the horse run best on. Okay, so they're looking for a variety of different elements there. So that also becomes important. Same thing with distances. A lot of times trainers will adjust distances to see if a horse has a skill, maybe better set up. Maybe a horse is a better sprinter than he is to go longer distances. I would say a mile or more. That's important. That relates to some horses are really only good at making one turn, which is typically a shorter race, versus two turns, which is a longer race. So that comes into play. So you have to give that some consideration, and that's certainly among the things I do. In terms of the horses themselves, to find out which horses run better, for example, if they grab a lead, okay, go all the way around. Tiger Woods, being a stud horse in his own right, he was always at his best going into the final round if he had a lead. Okay, sure, he came from behind on occasion, but that was really his strength, is when he had a lead. Other elements that come into play, breeding factors. You can tell things about a horse potentially. Let's say a horse finishes, say, second 3 out of 5 times, okay? But then you find out his siblings. So if he has, say, 3 or 4 siblings, they have all been horses that have won one or more races. That is something that is also of note. So maybe then that horse is maybe due. And of course, then there's some other factors, but in terms of, let's just say, to boil it all down, I look for the recent form of any horse, how it's performed versus the other ones, and cross-reference that against all the latest odds. Now, that's a lot of information, but that's what I do. Okay, I do it each and every day, looking at a variety of races. It's a lot of information, but once you learn how to do it, break it down easy. Now, your other option, of course. Okay, you can spend $15, okay, and get my picks. Okay, $15 is all it's going to be. If that doesn't sound like it's worth $15 to you, well, then maybe it's not. Okay, but for those that are interested in horse racing and trying to win money, that can certainly be worth it to you to do something like that. And for example, today I got 4 races on the Friday card, 4 fresh fillies and male horses to go along with that. So I'm excited. I think got a nice day and got some more coming up over this weekend as well in terms of some play. So we'll put that aside now for the so bottom line, that's what I look for each and every day. All right, let's get to the free pick, shall we? Okay, we're going to go to Tampa Bay, the 5th race at 2:57 Eastern time. It's going to be a sprinter, 5 furlongs, and it's going to be on the turf. And this one, before the last race, O'Keefe, which is by the way, which is the favorite, has been extremely good in sprints. And his last 2 races, he's had 82 Beyer speed ratings. So that's very sharp, especially for this particular field. My thinking here is that because the horse is placed in the number 2 position, I think the jockey is going to come and try and get this horse off to O'Keefe, in this case, off to a fast start, get it in position, which would be more advantageous because this is a horse that does prefer to run from ahead. Now, so I'll take that one, number 2 to win. Second, we're going to look at Puntsville. Now, Puntsville is last summer at Arlington Racetrack faced O'Keefe and came in second. Now, Puntsville led most of the race, but at the end it tired and finished second. So I think we're going to have a repeat of that with Puntsville coming in second. And for third, I'm going to go with Regal Chant. Now, Regal Chant has some very steady speed rating numbers of, for example, last 3 races, 75, 77, and 71. I think that for a show bet, not too bad odds at the present time at 6 to 1. So I'm going to take Regal Chant, okay, for third. So our card is going to look this way. Number 2 to win, number 6 to place, and number 4 for show. And you should know that in the last 3 days, I have had 4 winners on the free picks. So you should know that as well. So there you have it. There's the full regalia going into the weekend. I believe I'll be back tomorrow with another free pick video. If not, for sure you can check it out at my webpage at Doc Sports, Doug Upstone, and you can see the free pick there, just in case I'm not able to get back here for Saturday, and I'll have the same thing on Sunday, where I'll have a free pick also. So again, $15, 4 races today, great value, gonna get you some winners, okay? Take care and have fun, okay? Like I said, have fun. That's the whole point of doing this and trying to win some money. So this is Doug Upstone for Doc Sports. Until then, I'm out.